Hello, everyone. So we are live finally after a lot of coordination and setup here at the Super Team Singapore office. And hope you're all excited for the second ever global community call. We've got some exciting updates for all of you all over the world. And just to give a reminder to our viewers, we are here at Open Fortnite ahead of it, completing the Ignition Week. And right after this, we are also pitching at the Token Fortnite main stage, the top 10 startups that are featuring for the demo days. So, all in all, great stuff. Hope you're all excited. We got some great updates coming from a lot of collaborators, special guests. So, we're all set to go. Let me just present one bit. We're going to present this up. Just a minute. Got it. On this one. Some slight delay here. Just a short delay. Just figuring out this stuff. Pressing on camera is slightly a pain, but let's figure something out just for you guys. Okay. All good. Finally figured it out. So here we go. So welcome to the grind, or welcome to the grid, for the lack of a better word. So we have finally kickstarted. We're going to get you through the whole exciting updates, and for all those of you tuning for the first time, we're going to also talk about who we are, what our products are, what are we doing, all of it. Uh, just to give you guys the device lineups that we have deploying all over the world, we have 3.3 kilowatt, which is the mini chargers that are best suited for charging the low utility vehicles like two-wheelers, three-wheelers, all of it. Very popular in the high density population areas in Asia, as well as the level 2 chargers, which is the 7 kilowatt, which is the most popular destination charging mode for four-wheelers. We also have the fast chargers, which are also like up and running in a lot of locations, and also kind of up and coming in the US as well. So these are some exciting updates from our end, and the brand guidelines are only going to get better and better. So it's going to be like great viewing for all of you guys. Uh, Exciting updates of our format. So we are going to have a lot of special guests coming in, back and forth, interjecting all of updates. We're going to keep giving you guys right from what are we doing around the world, what are the campaigns, what's next for the device buyers. There are some great alpha coming in terms of the Epoch rewards. We did one a few months ago. Also, the Project Surya update, which we teased last month, and just very successful for us. And we're also going to show you some great demo of some upcoming products. We have some special guests going to run you through it. Also, the vision and mission of what we are, and that is something we're going to be telling the whole world in the next few days. Right from investors, contributors, and all of the ecosystem partners. That's something very valuable for us. And to round it off, we'll have the hot takes and AMA just to give you guys what we think about the feedback from the comments. Um, just to recap our missions, this is what we have been always maintaining. Mission to deploy like for 25,000 EV chargers around the world at the end of 2026. How do we get to do that? You're going to see a lot of hockey stick growth towards the end of this year as well as the next mid of next year. But to get that, we had to hit milestones that we set for ourselves. In the last community call, we did say that we are going to target ourselves to reach like 2,500 charges. We are somewhere close to that, but let me give you the breakdown here. The total charges deployed are now 1,080, around like 1,100 in the pipeline, which are going to get deployed at any time in the next 6 weeks. So they're going to be up and running for you guys to check in highly densely populated cities in India, as well as a few pilot deployments that's happening in the US right now. Total charging minutes has gone up really well. Utilization is not a meme. That is something you expect to go as in more and more deployments we happen to do, and it's something that's really getting picked up. In terms of the broader vision that we have for the rest of the year, is basically this: how do we get to 3,500 charges by end of the year? So that is the magic number we set for ourselves. Hopefully, by the December community call, we'll see something very close to that. Um, just to recap, what are we doing? We are here at Singapore. These are some nice postcards that are designed, which will be actually be giving out to people in the next few days. That's something we're doing. And this might look like an AI generated image, but we are actually very close to designing something like this. Hopefully, next community call, this is a very expensive deployment, but if not next, hopefully by December, we'll get to show you how this really looks like. And actually get you guys up to date of what's happening in the US. We have like a special guest who's with us, Scamron, who's kind of a great contributor with us. I'm gonna let him in the chat just in a bit, so that he can talk about what's exciting happening in the US and tons of exciting alpha that's coming from the US region. Hold on, guys. Yep, I finally figured out how to let him in. Hey, Cameron, quick mic check.
Hey, Prakash, can you hear me okay?
Awesome. Yeah, you're good from your end.
Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Excited for this community call. This is number 2, I think. Is that right?
Yep.
Number 2. Yeah. So for the audience, I'm Cameron. A lot of you may or may not know me already. I'm one of the growth advisors here in the US to DeCharge. I'm also the founder of Tessera Ventures. We provide advisory services and are also leading a few big deployments, which we're excited to talk about here today. The US has been absolutely cooking. We are replicating the successful model that DeCharge has performed in India. So I believe there's about 1,000 chargers on the ground in India. We're looking forward to replicate that here in the US. We have assembled the Avengers. We have the team in place. We have the contractors, electricians, the permit expediters. We're assembling the sales team as well. So we're really deep in conversations with a number of these sales partners who will help us greatly, exponentially grow our footprint here in the US. I am most excited about some of these big commercial sites that we're speaking with. There's a number of targets in the pipeline right now that I cannot talk about publicly, but we are all super excited to see these chargers get put in the ground. And start getting going with these locations. Any one of these locations would be, one of the biggest deployments on the DeCharge network and one of the biggest deployments, in all of DePIN, frankly. We've been speaking with a number of these players who are all very excited about DeCharge's community-owned model. Specifically, this CapEx light model really speaks to landlords who have had sort of a number of years of experience with different EV charging companies. And our big value add is definitely, the ability to be nimble and move very fast, as well as provide that sort of CapEx light community funded model. So we're all really excited there. We just welcomed on a new member to the team joining us from some of the best EV charging startups around the world. absolute killer. And she'll be starting some more conversations with some sales channels to do resales for us. So super, super exciting here in the US. The other side of it, which you guys probably would have seen the other day, we have just inked a partnership with Tesla owners of Silicon Valley. That is the largest Tesla owners club in the world. So for those of you that don't know, these Tesla guys, they are some of the best, most passionate, innovative groups of people I've ever met. They have literally been, on the forefront of EV for a decade, maybe more now, right? So we first got in touch a few months ago at the San Francisco X Takeover event. That's the largest Tesla event in the world outside of official Tesla events. Elon Musk himself was on screen. He's joined every year now. We had Lars up on stage, one of the board members. We had the entire Tesla team and the robotics team on stage. So it's a fantastic, fantastic event. And immediately off the bat, it sort of stuck out to us that this would be a fantastic community for us to really partner with. These folks hit sort of all of our boxes. One, they're tinkerers, right? They're on the edge of innovation. They are no stranger to adopting sort of the latest and greatest products that may or may not need some tweaking throughout deployment. And it's been a fantastic community to build alongside. So we're now iterating sort of the third variation of the product based on a lot of the feedback from the San Francisco event as well as the Orlando event. So they've been a fantastic community partner for us, to bounce ideas off of and to really iterate on the product. And looking ahead, we're going to do a ton more events with them, podcast spaces, as well as some product reviews as well in the pipeline. So we're all just really, really excited to start building with them. And I think we'll probably put out, sort of a number of co-sponsored tweets in the future. Really, really exciting, Prakash.
Thanks, Cam. You certainly made up for the earlier lag that we had. I think we actually brought you on time. I know you got a head somewhere out. We got you.
I know.
Just literally like 1 hour back, you confirmed, and we had to get you in.
In classic fashion, I wake up and it's like, hey, can you join this in 24 minutes? I'm like, absolutely, I can. I'm just squeezing in a doctor's appointment.
It's fantastic, man. Yeah, it's always great to have work with killers. That's pretty much it. I think at least one incident, I think I definitely found it great when working with the Tesla owners folks. Like when we did that free charger as a giveaway in this Florida event, I think I was really shocked because they deployed it within a week. I've never seen this fast without any instruction from us.
It was one day.
Yeah,
it was within one day. And what was amazing is, it's funny because the people don't know, but there were some shipping problems. So the first day and a half, we didn't have the physical charger.
Yeah.
The moment I brought that charger into that conference room, I was flocked by 5 people. They all wanted the charger. I was doing deals with people in the corner, like, hey, you're going to be the one to get the charger. And luckily, it went in the hands of somebody that, oh my gosh, blew us away. It was installed, plugged in within like 12 hours of leaving that event.
Insane. Insane.
And it's fantastic. And that same guy, he's super juiced up to help deploy this across sort of his area in South Florida. So again, it's the perfect community for us to partner with on this go-to-market. As we're figuring out, the U.S. market has its own sort of nuances and intricacies that we're working through in terms of installation costs and permitting costs. And there could not be better partners to take that on with us than the Tesla community.
Awesome, man. Thanks, Cam, for jumping in as a special guest within 24 minutes. That was the highlight. That's actually how we roll, and it's great to have you on. But yeah, I think off we go. We'll have some more structured calls, Twitter Spaces in the next few weeks for sure.
Absolutely.
As well. Thanks, Cam.
Thank you. See ya.
See you. So that's it from Cam's end. Some banger updates from him. It was right on schedule, and we are back to schedule now. So yeah, I think just to recap on what Cam spoke, right? I think it's very important to grow very logically. So US and European markets are one of the most expensive areas to deploy in the world. And our entire aim is to how do we do it at nimble costs with the help of successful partnerships, successful community members, and also like great collaborators. Cam is one of the finest example that we have, and like you couldn't be like most of the cases when we want to do something in the US, it's all often requires a physical presence. But when you have kick-ass collaborators, you can sleep kind of much peacefully. And I think that's the most important part of any deepen project, right? You have to have global presence, global partners. It's not a one team effort. That if you want to achieve some insane growth around the world, and I think that's what is our testament so far. And not just this, right? I think just to give you a glimpse of what we're doing around the world. Last time we saw the snapshot of 33% of our deployments coming from the US, but this time we have seen the shift happening. We are very close to deploying a live station in Italy. We have a great community member who was very forthcoming with us, and we had to deploy it really faster, and we are very close to that. We also got a lot of tons of presence from the UK. Hopefully we get to get more orders who want to deploy in real life, and that is something we're actively exploring. If you're from the UK region, I think it's going to be very interesting. Otherwise, you can always reach out to us on Twitter, or if you're connected to me, you can also DM me on Twitter or as well as Telegram. We'll make sure that we get some IL deployments happening in Europe and UK as well. So that's, I would say, that's the alpha from our end. Otherwise, India and US is one of the active areas we're working on. Southeast Asia as well. Not more words from my end. I think we'll have some special updates for Southeast Asia during the next call. Back to the some of the kick-ass comedy campaigns we have been running. So first aspect is, of course, I think the super team on bounty. We've got like tons of submissions, 90 submissions over the last month. I think maybe we may be doing something recurring, but just to highlight, there were like five to six outstanding winners. We also have like a special shout out for the top 25 submissions. We have tagged them on the super team on page, where you will also be invited for the special ambassador program that we're going to be running anytime in the next 2-3 weeks. But the best contributors are going to get a shout out. I've tagged you all on the super team on page. You check that out. We also ran a very good community bounty with Scribble DAO, and we had like 700 plus creators in form of tweets, videos, and all of it. That was some like outstanding community campaign we've been running. And of course, this Galaxy Mega Quest that's live. If you have a Galaxy account, go for it, and you'll find plenty of quests happening in the next few months. And I think that's pretty much the best we can offer for our community members. And what next for the device holders, right? I think this is also very important. So the delegate, just to give a recap on what does delegate means. Delegated is basically you delegate the trust to us. It's not just about us telling you, trust me, bro, and we deploy it for you. We make sure there's a transparent dashboard and everything is kind of deployed. You keep track of your earnings in terms of points and network rewards whenever they're being done. And self-deployed basically means that you are a passionate tinkerer and you want to deploy it yourselves, and you know the ideal spot to deploy, and that's when you'd order it from us, and we make sure we ship it to you wherever you are as much as possible. Sometimes if we can't, we'll offer you the option to delegate the device back to us and we can get it deployed on the network for you in laser fast time. So these are some of the alphas, and of course there's going to be I'll just say snapshot. I won't reveal more than that, otherwise it's what's the point in telling you all of it. So 15th October for all device buyers. That's what I'd say. I think Epoch 2 rewards will be announced right after that. Yeah, I think the biggest initiative we saw in the last month was definitely our first DePINFi initiative, right? We partnered with ReFi Hub. This was something we announced last community call, and we managed to fund in like absolute record time in 12 days. The reason in 12 days was very important because it was all organic and it was a KYC platform. So it is a had a high barrier. And we make sure that this is happening at the very trusted platform. And for the first time, we got it filled. It's going to be funding 19 high-performing chargers across the busiest corridors in Bangalore specifically. I think that's what is a testament. And we are going to have someone talk about it towards the end of the call. And that is something we are really excited to talk to you guys about. I'm also looking forward. Yeah, in terms of the global events, right? We are here in Singapore at Super Team's Ignition office. That's where we are, and we are having a demo day on the 29th. So if you know any specific investor who wants to chat with us, you can send them the Luma link. That will be shared by the Super Team Singapore team as well. We're also there at Solana Apex, 30th September. We're running a short campaign with GoCaps folks. They are like very talented chaps who have been working with us across a ton of initiative, and that's where you will find some lucky postcards. If you're around in Singapore, maybe you will find the lucky postcards, and you can get featured into our contents as well. We're also pitching at the Token Fund in main event, the next startup competition on the first, followed by some finalist say startups who are pitching on the second. Hopefully, we get to see you there. If you're there, come say hi. Otherwise, come cheer for us. I think all of it is going to be amazing set of weeks for us. So we did have like a special guest was follow 1 second. So we do have one special guest who's supposed to feature, but yeah, we'll wait for him. Uh, but in the meantime, what I can so before we bring Ablash, maybe we can run to the tech updates. What does DePINFi mean? Why are we calling it? Like, is it some new jargon or new narrative? What it really means that when you look at physical chargers being deployed, right? Not every device can be done one to one basis because fast chargers are insanely expensive. They go anywhere between $5,000 all the way to like $20,000, right? The only way to get the community ownership is to create a fractionalized way, and that is something that we are actively working on. Right, DePINFi is essentially kind of making sure there is ownership potential for anyone who wants to deploy as little as $10 all the way up to like $10,000. Right, that's all possible. That is what we achieve through creating these very carefully curated pools that are vetted by us. We know that there is a very good scientific process behind verifying the yield as well as the partner location that we end up figuring out. We can run through the demo probably with Sri if he's ready. Let me just jump to that specific slide and get. So shout out to Sri specifically. He's going to run you guys through the specific feedbacks that we have incorporated on the tech side, and we are mostly going to talk to you about like how did we collaborate. This is something we just started like 6 weeks ago. We collaborated on what is the specific aspects we can build on in talking about DePINFi, right? Because we need to get like specifically audited pools to get these fractionalized investments happening around the world. So I'm going to let him talk about uh, what the whole aspect of DePINFi. This is just like a demo version that you're seeing on screen, but let's talk more about it. The brief intro from his side.
Thanks, Prakash. Hey everyone, I'm
You're on.
Shri. I'm a DeFi advisor at DeCharge, and as we all know, DeCharge is the first community-owned EV infrastructure. And how we are achieving this is with the help of combining DeFi with DePIN. We call it DePINFi, and to simplify this, basically it enables fractional ownership of EV infrastructure. And here is how the platform looks like. We are making it a
Are you
lot
sharing
more.
the screen? I think we can't see the screen.
Really,
Uh,
because I am already
oh, okay, okay. No, man. Yeah, I just it was my
okay.
bad. Oh, fine. Yeah, I think you're on 1 second. Let me just say something. No. Okay.
All right, awesome. Yeah, so as you can see, this is the new dashboard. Those who are existing users of our platform, they know that the current dashboard is nice, but it still needs a lot of improvement. And we have listened to all the feedback that we have got from our users, from various advisors and so on. And it's for the first time we are creating like a user specific dashboard. And this user specific dashboard, as you can see, it will show directly your own earnings, your own points, your own devices, how much energy your devices have dispensed so far, your referral link, your referral count. Because I will go deeper on like why referral is so important on your own dashboard. In addition to this, as we are building more and more deep in five pools, like Prakash mentioned, project Surya, right, which is in collaboration with Refi Hub. Similar to Project Surya, we are going to have our own pools in our own platform. We are in the final stages of deploying it on Solana. And you can see your own positions, in the My Pool section, my devices will basically show your own devices, the names of the devices, your, if it is own deployment or delegated deployments, your points earnings will show here month over month. Then down we can see how much how many points you have earned on every charging, and then there's a bit of a bifurcation of how you have earned points from devices, quest, or various other things. Now points play a crucial role on the entire decharge ecosystem, as it's part of our a launch strategy, token strategy, and everything. And for that reason, to make it a lot more clearer for everyone, we have dedicated points dashboard as well, where you can see how much total points are given out to the entire community, how many points you have earned, what is your global rank, how many tasks you have done. Team basically means how many people you have referred, because growing the decharge EV community is extremely important, and points essentially encourages that. And as you can see here, like there are certain tasks that you need to do in order to earn points, but there's no cap, there's an unlimited way for you to earn points, basically by growing your team, by growing your network. um, Talking about network, let me just jump to the referrals itself. So as you can see here, like we have different referral ranking. By default, the moment you refer like five or more people, you become an explorer on the platform. And once you are an explorer, every time anyone that you have referred, they earn points, you earn 25% of that. And then as you refer more than 20 people, you earn 50% of how many points your referrals have earned. And as you become a leader, once you refer more than 50 people, you earn 75% on how many points your referrals have earned. So this is how you actually can gamify those who are looking at the token launch, the airdrops, or all those things. They really want to be part of the referral program and grow the community in a more transparent manner with the help of this dashboard. Now coming to the platform itself, as we know, like currently the platform is more focused on the devices, and the devices tab is where most of our existing charger owners are looking at. We decided to bring the device information on the console itself, and ignore the pricing. This is still on pre-production. And here you can see the device specific information, and the fast charger will be available for fractional ownership. And down here you can see your own chargers and data specific to your own chargers as well. When it comes to the fast charger, or let's say the fractional ownership itself, in the earn tab, you can see here, like we have like fast charging stations. So project Surya is here, where 150K is already supplied and already like completed. And then there's a coming soon another pool, which will be announced pretty soon. I don't know if it is going to be on this call. And on this pool, you can add liquidity, you can start earning immediately in USD. And this pool is will be deployed on our platform directly with our own contract. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much. And in addition to this, I'll give a quick sneak peek on the upcoming look of Decharge, where like you can see the new homepage. Like it's still under works, but as part of the community updates, I thought it's good to give a quick look to everyone. Yeah.
Yep, that homepage sneak peek was not even on the memo, but she somehow went and did it. But yeah, exciting update specifically for sure. But yeah, I think just to summarize, I think this is like the ton of alpha for all of you of products that is actually going to go live. Just to give you a heads up, right? I think what's hidden in all of it is like how do you go with the community? Ambassador program, having them as a nucleus of your growth is something that like we have always valued. Point system, we always have back and forth in terms of product iterations, and a lot of you have been really patient, especially those who are with us in the private alpha chat, all the device owners who are there. We give you as much updates as possible. But I think the last 6 weeks we have gone like leaps and bounds, and this has been really exciting to us. Yeah, Sri, just to round it off, what do you think do you think this is a really important narrative, or this is something like, or do you really think it has like great potential in terms of like how hyperclick could kind of scaled, but for us being the real world narratives being like taking an interesting approach, right? Because that's actually very important for us, because EV infra is like the problem statement is real, and the more EVs deployments in EVs infra we support in terms of fast chargers. I think the faster we grow, in a way that no company has ever done before. That's been our mission. We also have Mohan talk about this right after this, but we'd love to hear your thoughts before we get to the next section.
Yeah, so the way I see this is EV infrastructure is a revenue generating asset, right? Like it's not like other RWS where you're just investing into something and then you can flip it one day, like real estate and stuff, and then you will make money. EV infrastructure is a revenue generating asset, and enabling fractional ownership of such, asset is very important. So people can start, investing from as low as $10 and own it, and benefit from it. It's like starting your own business, as good as that, like owning your own business, and without having to do all the operational efforts. So I think that's the best part, and I'm pretty bullish on this.
Yep. Do you think this, like, what do you what about people who want to do secondaries, right? Let's say if what if they don't want to invest in an asset and they want to have, they change their mind maybe in like few, let's say a few months, they want to reposition into something different in crypto. How do you think that can happen?
So I'll tell you, uh, like the way I see this is, tokenized infrastructure in general, right? Like always needs a secondary market, and EV infrastructure is no different. We will need a secondary market, and as we scale, as we grow, as we also collaborate with other platforms like ReFi Hub, the community will be big enough to have our own order books and to be able to, have swap mechanism where you can sell your tokenized, ownership to other people who are interested and achieve the secondaries there. So I don't see we are far from it. I think we are already there. It's more of like how fast we can grow the community, and that's why I'm, like quite keen on how the referral plus points thing turns out, because that will grow the community and help us in building more, interested folks in the secondaries as well.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think this kind of gives the basal meat we need for the tokenomics. That's very important. Every time anybody asks me about tokenomics, so yeah, like we're focusing on the product token always comes later. So I think it's an exciting time because people are finally getting to some glimpse of what's about to happen, right? How do the contribution get valued and all of it. I think that's what exciting for us. But thanks once again, and hopefully, I think the intern's saying that. I think we need more of you. Hopefully, we have actual updates next time and we can get you on again.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Prakash.
Yeah, awesome. Off you go. So we do have like a proper mission and vision update from Mohan shortly, but before that, if just to give you guys an update, as a closing section of the call, we have something called hot takes and AMA. The intern is busy on the chat on the YouTube stream. It'll be great if you guys have any questions. Drop it in the chat. And the intern will bring it up towards the end of the session, where I can actually pick the questions and get you answered. I know I can already see some uh, questions on the fast charger sale date and what is the shipping device. I mean, I'll get to all of it. We do have like a very special section. Mohan has been like killing it in terms of pitches, despite whatever has been going on. So we are like a standout team already. We know that, and I think you guys also know that. So we're gonna have Mohan here, who's gonna get you to the mission of why we are here, what are we building towards. I think that's the most important aspect of what we are doing so far. Over to you, Mohan.
You want
Uh,
me on stage?
yeah, you're live.
Awesome. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate it. Hello, everyone. I'm Mohan, and really nice to be here on the community call. I think there's a lot of work that got done to achieve what we did. Firstly, I think before we get started, I really want to thank the entire DeCharge team, the community, and the team that put this together. We've been running on insane 20-hour days for the last God knows how. So we are severely sleep deprived, but equally pumped. I think the vision and the mission to drive real change is what is driving us. These are things that you do once in a lifetime, right? And I'm really happy to share that with you guys. Thank you for being on the journey with us. I really appreciate you being there and supporting us and believing in us from the day we started. So, you know how our mission, our vision is very simple, right? It might be bold, it might be stupidly bold, but we want to be the world's largest decentralized energy company. So think of British Petroleum, think of Shell, think of the largest fuel company that you know. we are that in the future. That's how we look at ourselves. And I think we're at an inflection point where the time and space is right for us to be something like that. And the entire ecosystem is so ripe that it facilitates our path towards that success. Decentralization is key. We've tried multiple options, and I come from a deep tech and hardware background. I've built multiple companies, and it is beyond doubt established that decentralization is the only way to solve this problem of electric infrastructure, right? The future is going to be very exciting. We are looking at autonomous fleets. We are looking at robots. We are looking at electric vehicles everywhere. Countries like Singapore, for example, have mandates that by 2030 the car should either be hybrid or electric. Fuel cars are going to be phased out. Ethiopia, for example, in Africa, you can't buy a fuel car even today, right? So government mandates are so strong to move completely to electric, and that is driving our mission even further. So how do we do it is a very interesting, we've solved some very difficult problems along the way, and I think we'll encounter more, but we are poised to solve those problems. And I think the way we're doing it, we're looking at building it is right now we use private owners and their infrastructure the same way Airbnb has used spare rooms in houses. How Airbnb has unlocked unused rooms in the house to open this entire tourism economy and bring in billion-dollar economy to individual holders. We are doing exactly that to property owners who have spare parking spaces. And like Sri said and Prakash said, we are creating all of these vehicles and tools that enable the adoption of these technologies, because we know that the only way to solve this problem is not a top down authoritative corporate single entity owns everything approach, but a bottom up community approach. So we are well on our way. We have already crossed 1,000 installations. Now we are moving very rapidly towards fast chargers, which is going to be an insane ride. They are highly profitable. We have some really good updates, some very strong partnerships that we'll announce very, very soon. We are moving fast across geographies and countries. And yeah, let's do this, guys. I think let's keep at it, keep supporting us. Happy to take any questions that you have. But again, as I said, the vision is to be the largest energy company, and the mission is to do it through you guys and us together as a community to start deploying electric infrastructure wherever we can. See, remember, the opportunity is very big. I'll tell you why before I log off. If you look at like take any country, go online and Google it. One energy company, like a fuel company, will do probably like billions of dollars in revenue in a quarter. Now, when it phased out electric, all this money is on the table. People will not stop moving. They will keep moving, but they'll move through electric. So all of this money is still up for grabs. But instead of all of this going to one single company that owns all of this infrastructure, we are bringing it to our pockets. We are bringing it to the pockets of people who participate in our infrastructure. So that is what we want to do. We are actually working for you day and night, guys, 20 hours a day. We are killing it. We are killing it. And I'm so proud of the team. I'm so pumped. I'm happy to take any questions. But Doc, thank you for having me on this.
Yep.
Uh, yeah. Cheers, guys. Thanks for your
Yeah.
support.
Before you tune out, maybe I have like a couple of questions for you on the
Sure.
spot. So you talk about vision and mission around the world, right? Like
Yeah.
what excites you the most today, as of now? What happened this month? Let's say there could be. What's your best and most challenging moment? What can you say on screen? So best could be anything, any contributor that really excited you about it. Could be a committee member. Worst can be like, what are the most challenging moments you faced this month? That's something you can talk about, but that is something like helps us to achieve even further. What are those two things?
Bro, it doesn't do justice to talk both without isolating others, because every
Uh,
day there's been some curveball coming, because we are not. It's not like we're deploying in one place, right? We are deploying in close to 11 countries, 11 different. We have think ranging from setting up teams, partners, procurements, all of that. But I think one of the biggest wins is I don't know if I can announce it on this call live, but announcement coming up soon. I think the biggest win was when I received an email that we are going ahead with one of the largest deployments ever for DeCharge. It's probably going to be the largest deployment in deep in space for any RWA project. So that was a winning moment, and working down towards that. working deeper in that, we were looking to optimize, and then we super heavily optimized the approach, right? And what would take 16 to 18 months for a traditional player, and I'm not saying it, this is said by the management. They said that the previous company that was doing it took 8 months to even get started, and we are there to get it done in less than 4 months. Less than 4 months. I'm saying 4 months is a very generic term. So that was the biggest win. And again, thanks. But the challenging moment, bro, that's a fucking curveball. There's so many challenges we're dealing with. I don't anything you do out of passion. I don't see that as something that's troubling. But I guess the aspects of the export aspects, when we're exporting to a certain country which does not have the regulatory aspects, and where we get taxed the shit out for bringing our chargers, that might be difficult. But we were very fast in solving that problem. It was again like crazy amount of time, but we ended up solving it, right? We got a local partner to provide us with qualified and certified chargers at this almost the same price that we manufacture. So I think even if that was a challenge, I think we converted that into an opportunity. I think that's the only way to go, guys. And Doc, just to cover off, you asked the question saying what excites you most on the vision, right? The reality of this is such a big opportunity that the houses that we are going to live in the next 15 years. I said that in the Economic Times interview last week, and so it was very profound. Next 15 years, the houses and the apartments we're going to live have not begun construction yet. We are 8 billion people on this planet. We have so much opportunity to deploy infrastructure that if we get to 5,000 charger critical mass, we are going to be unbeatable. And the highlight of everything was recently when after refi hub we realized that community is looking at this as not a project, but we have kind of become a movement of sorts. So DeCharge is not just a project anymore, guys. We are sort of a movement. We are bringing DePIN and DeFi together, and we'll keep winning as much as we can and pushing boundaries.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. That was totally unscripted, you guys. I actually put him on the spot. It was great answers from him. I'm impressed as a host.
Thank you, thank you.
We get to see more of this
Nothing but the
visionary.
truth. I know what Samuel says, like brick by brick. I think that's
Yeah,
become,
brick by brick. Yeah. Awesome.
yeah.
On
Also,
to the
shout
next.
out, Doc, before I go away, I want to shout out to, well, probably introduce the new teams. Shout out to the core team that's building and hustling behind the scenes. Right now, we are installing crazy, like what, 18 chargers a day kind of momentum that we have. But shout out to all the people in the background, all of the community members, all of the teams, the social teams, the tech teams, the sales teams, the outreach teams. Guys, you guys are killing it. Keep doing it. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Doc, for everything you do as well. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, Mohan. See you again. Yeah, just to round it off, I think what really struck me the most is like it doesn't do justice even to call like few members, right? I think we have a lot of folks here, contributors here, even around us. I think the one most popular saying that we say internally is like you move fast, break things fast, solve things fast. So I think that I don't think there's any other deeper project that matches our execution speed in terms of what we do. Even there is one other thing that came to our mind. There was a very close marketing collaborator who spoke to us. Guys, you guys are very unorganized. Why don't we have like a 2 week roadmap? I said, we don't do that here. There's no way we have a 2 week roadmap because of the kind of problems we solve. But we did say that maybe we'll match it with a 1 week timeline in terms of marketing updates. Maybe that's the best we can do. But that's definitely something we got to improve. That's a great feedback. I don't think there's any doubt in terms of what we can execute, but organization definitely something we'll look to improve. That was powerful feedback. So maybe 1 week timeline is could be a good thing. We have like that just goes on to show like we are never run out of content, never run out of information. And the next week is going to be an absolute blast. And moving on to the next particular update specifically, uh, we just got done with mission. Hot takes and AMA. Yeah. Intern, what do you got for us? Let's check some questions. Um, Somebody just asked, how do you buy the fast charger? I think you just missed it. Refi Hub was that one moment. We Refi Hub investment consisted of a plan of composite deployment. It was like 15 level 2 chargers as well as 4 DC fast chargers. So all of it put together, it was the first DC fast charger deployment, and you missed your chance in investing. Maybe stay tuned for the next one, and maybe you get a chance to do it. Um, what else do we have? Nikita from he's saying he can't find a host. Don't worry, we'll either find you a host, or uh, yeah, I think we'll figure out how to kind of get you the right kind of charging mechanisms. And here's some other question from the community: how long does it take for each charging session? Yeah, that's a good question, right? Goes back to the product at we have. I'll just go back to the earlier slide that we have just to give you context of what the charging speeds are, right? Uh, the one you see on the left is like, it's not a huge box, it's like yay high. It's a 3.3 kilowatt, which means that it gives you the right amount of amperage to give you like an overnight charging, even if it's a car. But it's best optimized for just giving enough power that gives you like a 20 kilometers or 50 kilometers kind of radius for the two-wheelers. So that's the specialty of the Mini. You can still charge a car, but it's probably going to take you like 12 to 14 hours, which is not really ideal. But we specialize in public charging infra, right? Public charging specialty, because the opportunity that we provide for any host to deploy the charger and earn from it. That's the contributorship that we give to the customers, and not just the tokens that the contributors, sponsor of the devices, gets, right? So this is how the Mini works. The level 2 charger that you see in the middle is the 7 kilowatt hour charger, which is like I would say the mid fast charging, mainly because you have this concept called destination charging. Even when Tesla started out 10 years ago, they didn't start out with fast charging. They started with something called destination charging, where you're likely to spend like probably 3 4 hours at a shopping center or a laundromat, all of it. You don't need to get your car or EV full charged. You're okay with at least like 20 to 30 kilometers added to your miles, right? And that's how we do it. So that's what the level 2 beast is for. You can get your car charged in probably 4 hours. That's pretty fast enough. You've got the time. DC fast is the actual beast. We call it the Titan, of course. 30 and 60 kilowatt. These are the chargers that we have. It takes roughly about 40 to 45 minutes to get your car fully charged. Of course, it depends on what car you have in your countries specifically. I think these are the lineups we specifically have. And can we anticipate token by end of 2026? No financial advices or token advices. We're not giving you the timelines, right? But yeah, I think if you're here early, you're early. That's all I would say. I think there's a lot of updates for you guys to be part of, and these are the things that we're kind of excited to talk to you about. Um, do chargers support frequency ranges for other countries like 50 hertz and 50 hertz? Yes, I think so. I think this is what Mohan also spoke to you guys about, right? I think, how do you solve for the supply chain? We no longer rely on manufacturing it ourselves. We do that, of course, where we want to have absolute control. We work with the local partners, OEM partners in every country. So as long as our bandwidth can accommodate, we can ship to almost anywhere in the world. That's how we solved the specific opportunity we had a month ago with Italy and UK. That is something we are rolling out really fast. And is the beast charger no longer? That's absolutely false. Like I literally spoke to you about what the one happened. Maybe you were talking about the charger makes. Of course, you will have some variations. These are just design aspects that we will kind of uniformize over the years. Over the months. But the 7 kilowatt is essentially what we call it as a beast charger. So that's how we kind of look at it. And what do you think will drive mass EV adoption? Government policies, private investment, consumer demand? I would say there is another angle. I think the community involvement is going to beat everything else apart. I don't think anybody is doing what we do. So what we do is going to be the fastest. You can only, of course, you cannot beat the laws of physics, right? So you have to scale as long as the laws of physics allows you to. So we have superhuman limits. Everything is just contributed to the effect. The tailwind is the best is always to go with what is at your hand. Even when all the tariff situation, that was a bottleneck for us, but we solved it within a couple of months. That would have taken companies probably months and years to figure out. So because we move fast, I think anything is a opportunity for us, anything is a tailwind for us. So that doesn't really bother us. Of course, 2030 is going to be the best year for all countries, right? Because they're mandating actually fining countries. So, but that's far off. We focus on what matters really today, and I think that's how we kind of move forward. And what else? What else? Comedy call is where the alpha leaves coming. Yes, absolutely. You can create a lot of content. Like so. I personally I started running a lot of bounties. So the super team earn bounties may not be running, but I'm happy to more than personally support you guys. If you create really banger content, whether it's tweets or videos, just send it across to me, and I think I got you covered. And what is what is any other questions? Update on ambassador program. Okay. I think we can probably talk one or two alphas about it. So the most inspiring part of ambassador program, we have seen a lot of other projects do it, right? I think I'm impressed with a lot of ambassadors that talk about creative content and everything about it. I think what really will strike out about us is in terms of how we do it. For us, everything is going to happen on the dashboard. When the product is out, I think it'll be self-explanatory. Referrals are some of the best ways to kind of get you on the leaderboard. Of course, you have a lot of social quests and all these online quests that we do with the partners. I would say these are almost uh, an available mode of ambassador program that is already live, but you'll be doing more of these sponsored campaigns that you can be a part of. I think the first 20 to 30 invites will be sent out to the people who participate in Earn Bounty, the Scribbled Out Bounty as well. I think these are some of the one that's already live. So the official invites will come to you live in the next 1 or 2 weeks, and I think I would just say stay tuned until it actually reaches out to you guys. And we'll definitely get you guys more visibility in both Telegram as well as Discord. Discord is having some great revamps. I think shout out to the admins who recently joined us, who are creating a very powerful mechanism for even people in the Discord to kind of work with us and be part of the active community. And what else? Maybe we can do one or two more questions, and then we can call it a wrap. Uh, what else do we have? How do you cope with shipping fees? Yeah, I think that shipping fees is, we do account for the best. I mean, I think the way we are doing shipping in general, I don't think that's going to impact you guys. Max to max, don't quote me on that, maybe 100 $150. So it should not be more than that. It's much lesser than what other deep in projects kind of put it on the consumer. So we're making sure we solve it in terms of speed as well as in terms of shipping fees as well. So you definitely won't have to worry about all of it from our end. Uh, just to sign off in terms of everything that we spoke of, yeah, hot tech specifically, nothing in particular. All I would say is that I think we are here to solve something really great from what you said, Mohan also said. Uh, and I think the best thing that highlights us is I think it's really poetic that we are actually in Singapore right now, even with our core company registered in Singapore, right? I think this what really strikes about me, the contributors who work with us, right, from community members, team members, all of it. All of them have that iron in them. So this is a popular quote from the Singapore founder as well. Anyone who works for Singapore should have the iron in them. That's what we personally impose on everyone. We really have high standards. If you're working with us or you're a contributor or full-time member, it doesn't matter. If you got the iron in you, I think you're here to kind of prosper along with us. Even if not, you will always find an opportunity to kind of prosper with us. That's all I would say. Yeah, I think that was not really a hard take, but I think I found it like a poetic moment since we are kind of streaming from Singapore right now. Uh, yep, that's it. And thanks to all of you who tuned in, all the guests. I think we're slightly getting better at this. Of course, there were some delays at the start, but we'll do more of this and get better, even better. Thank you all. Thanks for tuning in, and watch out for all the announcements from our Twitter space.